Imagine a seemingly ordinary patch of ocean, spanning roughly 500,000 square miles in the western part of the North Atlantic. It stretches from the coast of Florida, south to Bermuda, and then to Puerto Rico, forming an invisible triangle on the map. It looks like any other part of the vast ocean, but for centuries, this particular region has been linked to a chilling phenomenon. The inexplicable disappearance of hundreds of ships and planes, often without a trace, without a distress call, as if simply swallowed by the sea or plucked from the sky. This is the infamous Bermuda Triangle, and its mysteries continue to haunt sailors, pilots, and researchers alike. I've always been drawn to places where the rules of reality seem to bend. And the Bermuda Triangle is the ultimate example. What forces are at play here? Is it natural, supernatural, or something far beyond our current understanding? While the legend of the Bermuda Triangle gained widespread notoriety in the 20th century, whispers of its peculiar nature date back much further. Even Christopher Columbus, on his first voyage across the Atlantic in 1492, reported strange occurrences within this area. His logbook notes that his compass malfunctioned and that he observed a large flame of fire falling into the sea one night, and later, a strange light in the distance. Were these early signs of the triangle's power, or simply natural phenomena misinterpreted by a weary crew? However, the modern fascination with the Bermuda Triangle truly began in the 20th century. As maritime and aviation traffic increased, one of the earliest and most pivotal incidents was the disappearance of the USS Cyclops in 1918. This massive U.S. Navy collier, carrying over 300 personnel and a cargo of manganese ore, vanished without a trace after departing Barbados. No distress signal was sent, no wreckage was ever found, and no explanation could account for its loss. It remains the largest non-combat loss of life in U.S. Navy history. Its disappearance, in good weather, set a terrifying precedent. But the incident that truly ignited the legend, catapulting the Bermuda Triangle into global consciousness, occurred on December 5, 1945. This was the vanishing of Flight 19, a squadron of 5 U.S. Navy Avenger torpedo bombers. They departed from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on a routine training mission. What began as a simple exercise quickly devolved into a horrifying nightmare. During the flight, the leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, became disoriented. Radio transmissions between the planes and their base captured their desperate confusion. Taylor reported that both his compasses were out, and he couldn't determine his position. He even claimed, "Everything is wrong, strange. Even the ocean doesn't look as it should." The conversation grew increasingly desperate, filled with reports of instruments failing and the planes running low on fuel. Eventually, all contact was lost. All 5 planes, and the 14 airmen aboard, vanished. No wreckage, no oil slicks, no debris. Nothing was ever found. To make matters even more chilling, a PBM Mariner seaplane with 13 crewmen was dispatched to search for Flight 19. Just 20 minutes after takeoff, this rescue plane also vanished. Its disappearance was likely due to an explosion. A ship in the area reported seeing a large burst of flame in the sky, but the fact that a rescue mission also met a catastrophic end within the trio angle only intensified the public's fear and fascination. The stage was set for a decades-long obsession with this mysterious patch of ocean, where the veil between the normal and the unexplainable seems alarmingly thin. The stage was set for a decades-long obsession with this mysterious patch of ocean, where the veil between the normal and the unexplainable seems alarmingly thin. The vanishings of USS Cyclops and Flight 19 were just the beginning, drawing the world's attention to this notorious area. Many more incidents, equally baffling, would follow. In 1950, the large freighter SS Sandra disappeared while carrying a full cargo of 300 tons of insecticide. Like so many others, no distress signal was ever sent, and no debris was found. Just 2 years later, in 1952, a British York transport plane vanished with 33 people on board. These weren't small, flimsy vessels or inexperienced pilots. These were often large, well-equipped crafts with seasoned crews. Perhaps one of the most famous civilian disappearances was the Star Tiger in 1948 and its sister plane, the Star Ariel, in 1949. Both were Avro Tudor passenger planes, operated by British South American Airways. The Star Tiger vanished en route to Bermuda with 31 people. Despite clear weather, the last message from the pilot was a routine position report. then silence. A massive search operation covering 600,000 square miles found no trace. Just over a year later, the star Ariel disappeared on a flight from Bermuda to Kingston, Jamaica, with 20 people. Again, perfect weather, a routine flight, and then simply gone. These identical types of planes vanishing in similar circumstances within the triangle only deepened the enigma. What makes these disappearances so unsettling isn't just the sheer number, but the consistent lack of evidence. No wreckage, no oil slicks, no life rafts, no bodies. It's as if the ships and planes, and everyone aboard, simply dissolved into thin air. Furthermore, in many cases, there were no distress calls. This suggests an instantaneous event, something so sudden and catastrophic that the crews had no time to react or send for help. Over the decades, as the legend grew, various researchers and authors began to propose theories to explain these perplexing events. Let's delve into some of the most prominent ones. One group of researchers, including prominent writers like Charles Berlitz, a well-known author on paranormal phenomena, often proposed supernatural or extraterrestrial explanations. They suggested that the triangle might be a portal to another dimension, a place where time and space can twist, drawing objects into another reality. Or perhaps, they argue, an advanced alien civilization, either living underwater or visiting from space, is responsible for these abductions, collecting specimens or technology for unknown purposes. These theories, while captivating, lack any verifiable scientific evidence, but undeniably add to the chilling allure of the Bermuda Triangle. Other theories focus on advanced, lost technologies from ancient civilizations. Proponents of this idea, sometimes linked to the legend of Atlantis, suggest that remnants of this lost city's energy devices, perhaps powerful crystals, lie at the bottom of the triangle, emitting energy fields that disrupt navigation, cause equipment failures, or even create temporal distortions. They believe these ancient technologies are responsible for the unusual compass readings and the sudden disappearances. However, many scientists and official organizations, like the U.S. Coast Guard and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, are quick to point out that there's no evidence to support any supernatural claims. They argue that the vast majority of disappearances can be attributed to more mundane, yet still dangerous, factors. They suggest a combination of unique environmental and human elements, which we'll explore in detail next. This scientific perspective aims to strip away the myths and focus on what can be rationally explained, even if the explanations themselves are still frightening. One of the leading scientific explanations centers on unpredictable weather patterns. The Bermuda Triangle is an area prone to sudden, violent storms, including tropical cyclones and hurricanes. These storms can appear with little warning and generate massive waves and powerful winds capable of overwhelming even large vessels or tearing apart aircraft. A sudden downdraft or microburst could force a plane into the ocean so quickly there's no time for a distress call. Meteorologists and oceanographers note that the region's warm waters are a perfect breeding ground for such intense weather. Another compelling natural phenomenon often cited by geologists and marine scientists is the presence of methane hydrates on the ocean floor. These are icy cages of water molecules trapping methane gas, formed under high pressure and low temperatures. If these hydrates destabilize, perhaps due to seismic activity or changes in ocean temperature, they can erupt, releasing massive bubbles of methane gas. An entire ship caught in such a bubble would lose buoyancy instantly and sink like a stone, leaving no trace. Similarly, a sudden release of methane could cause an aircraft engine to fail if it ingests a large quantity of the gas. This theory offers a powerful, scientifically plausible explanation for the suddenness and completeness of some disappearances. Ocean currents and the ocean floor topography also play a significant role. According to maritime experts, the Gulf Stream, a powerful ocean current, flows directly through the triangle. It's strong enough to quickly disperse wreckage and debris, carrying it far from the site of a sinking. The region also features some of the deepest ocean trenches in the world, including the Puerto Rico Trench, which plunges to depths of over 27,000 feet. If a ship or plane sinks into these abyssal depths, locating it becomes an almost impossible task. Magnetic anomalies are another frequently discussed factor. The Earth's magnetic field fluctuates, and there are areas where local magnetic variations can affect compasses. While a compass anomaly alone wouldn't sink a ship or down a plane, Aviation and navigation experts suggest that if a pilot is already disoriented by bad weather or experiencing instrument failure, a faulty compass reading could lead them off course into more dangerous waters or deplete their fuel reserves, ultimately resulting in a loss. Some also point to the fact that the Bermuda Triangle is one of only 2 places on Earth where true north and magnetic north perfectly align, which can sometimes confuse navigators relying solely on magnetic compasses. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, human error is a significant contributing factor in many incidents. According to aviation and maritime safety investigators, despite modern technology, pilots and captains can make mistakes, miscalculations, misinterpretations of weather, lack of experience, or even simply taking unnecessary risks. In a region known for sudden weather shifts and powerful currents, a small error can quickly escalate into a catastrophe. While the Bermuda Triangle remains a captivating subject for popular culture and conspiracy theories, mainstream scientific consensus attributes the vast majority of disappearances to a combination of these natural environmental factors, unpredictable weather, and human error. They argue that the rate of disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle isn't statistically higher than other similarly busy and storm-prone areas of the ocean, but the dramatic nature of the incidents and the lack of wreckage have fueled its legendary status. Whether you believe in otherworldly forces or the harsh realities of nature, the Bermuda Triangle serves as a powerful reminder of the ocean's unforgiving nature and the enduring mysteries that still exist on our planet. Its unsettling enigma continues to baffle and fascinate, inviting us into a world where the lines between the known and the unknown blur, and the ocean truly refuses to give up its secrets. This has been my deep dive into the unsettling enigma of the Bermuda Triangle. If this journey into the unknown has left you with a newfound appreciation for the power of the ocean, and you want to follow along as I uncover the world's most baffling true stories, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Tony, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future explorations into the unknown. Until then, keep questioning, because some truths are truly beyond comprehension.